this is going to be it. Team SAIYAN on the blue side, Equalizer on the red side. There is a lot to be said about these two teams. We want to talk about the meta, but like I said beforehand when we were discussing this behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, Team SAIYAN on the blue side, Equalizer on the red side, both teams are going to get 2 bans, and as I predicted already, Akai's going to be banned out, so we're going to see Diggy being banned out as well. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to pan out, because Team SAIYAN has established this kind of style with them. They always ban out those really strong heroes that they just don't want to play against, and then they lock in their strongest composition and they play around that style. So we do see Fanny being banned out. So I'm thinking that with Fanny,
not a surprise.
I mean, Fanny being banned out is definitely not a surprise. But I'm really interested to see whether Hawkeye is going to bring out his Johnson. We've seen it in MSC, and we've also seen it in the qualifying rounds at the MPL. So I'm really interested to see what kind of picks or off-the-wall composition that we're going to see from Team SAIYAN. And we see already Kagura being picked out.
Yeah, so Kagura, the versatile mage, we see that both teams can play Kagura. In fact, all the teams here do play Kagura as well. So just steadily being removed out, nothing too crazy yet. Lancelot, Diggy as well could be up there to be removed. We're not quite seeing it just yet. They're taking a little bit of time to think about this. A few other considerations. Grok is also up there if they want to be removing it away, but I suspect that should come within the first rotation. So Lancelot does get removed, which means we have a few wonderful openings out there. Hilda, very fast lock in there. I do like that first pick, versatile, engages, roaming power, really strong opening from there. Not revealing too much as well. How will they respond?
I'm thinking that this Hilda pickup is a really good pickup coming in from Team SAIYAN. It doesn't reveal too much, but at the same time, it doesn't reveal too little. We do see a Grok, and to me, do you smell what the Grok is cooking? The Grok is cooking up something spicy. And we do see Diggy being picked out as well. I was really surprised that neither team actually banned out Diggy. So this could be a mix-up for SAIYAN, but however, SAIYAN with the experience, they might have just see, okay, let them pick Diggy, let them pick Grok. We have our own strategy and our own composition that we can deal with these guys.
Well, they definitely have proven that they are able to come up with also versatile strategies throughout it all. Harley being hovered over now does come in with an extra bit of damage. Mobility is also there. Hayabusa is locked in as well as Harley already. So interesting way to start this off. You are having lots and lots of mobility coming in from Team SAIYAN over here, with a little bit more CC and control coming out from the red side on Equalizer.
Now the thing is that I would like to think for Equalizer is that they need to focus a lot of their CC on Harley and Hayabusa just because of how slippery they are as heroes. And the fact that Equalizer is actually picking out some very strong engaged composition with that Grok and that Diggy, I'm really interested to see how Penjahat and how Fredo is going to be handling these situations, because at the end of the day, they need to hit those scaling items for them to do considerable amount of damage.
Oh, that hover on Helios.
Ooh.
In fact, it does get locked in. Now, okay, this is pretty much unexpected. I did not expect this to happen within the first week as well. So that this composition with Yishushin as well being locked in here. Pretty well-rounded, lots of damage. It looks like the tempo of the game is going to be a very quick game, and that's what SAIYAN will be rushing for here. They do have the late game potential as well, with Hayabusa being able to scale out well into the late game and to be able to pick off members. We see Sun now as well to have the counter push out for the lane there. Irithel and Gore should be able to deal a lot of damage given their mobility as well. And Digger is also there to protect. If you are able to stun out the team and to lock them out, Gore will be able to dish out the additional damage that's there. I am going to ask you that question which you have to answer me.
Goodness. Oh my god. Do I have to look into that crystal ball again?
You have to look into the crystal ball. Who do you think is going to be up there? Team SAIYAN or Team Equalizer for the first game, the first series of MPL?
I like both of their compositions. I'm thinking that there's a slight little advantage towards SAIYAN just because of the experience. However, Equalizer as well, they've got a really solid composition. Depending on how they play with the Irithel, God is a little bit... I need
an answer from you.
Yeah, definitely SAIYAN.
You're going to go with SAIYAN. I'm going to go with EQUALIZER. I like the combination of having Diggy as well as Gord over there. I think there's a surprise factor within what they can bring into this competition this time around. And I think it's going to come into a matter of execution, like you mentioned. So, EQUALIZER goes with the fact that, you know, they believe each of their team members are equal and they can bring it forth. So, doesn't really matter if one player is not here. We are going to go into game. This is the very first game. Blue side, we have Team SAIYAN, and on the red side, we have none other than EQUALIZER.
I'm very excited to see how this is going to go. We do see Rush, Hawkeye, and other members of Team SAIYAN actually moving towards that proxy over to the top side. Now, the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to steal objectives at the same time trying to deny as much advantages and as much experience as they can. So we do see a little bit of a tray here, and Hawkeye taking in a little bit too much damage, getting dangerously low, but they have managed to get that advantage down, and that is going to deny a little bit of minions towards the side of EQUALIZER. This is a pretty good start for the side of Team SAIYAN. They do have some good advantages in these early exchanges. As you can see, SAIYAN, Penjahat and Fredo over to the bot side, starting out that proxy, and Penjahat using them. Oh my goodness! That was just some really, really good stuff being shown by Penjahat and Fredo. Because why? They're just proxying out the lane. They're making sure that the lane is being pushed out. And they are trying to deny members of EQUALIZER even coming to defend their turrets.
And just like that, you already see a 1,000 goal lead. That's a very quick goal lead. Pushing out for them. Now keep in mind that from our point of view, the turtle's going to be spawning at the top side of the map. So we are going to see lots of action there at the second minute mark. Soon.
Oh,
Hawkeye on the
Hawkeye!
Wow.
Gets taken down, and that was just pure bad position coming in from Team SAIYAN. But however, will they be able to get the redemption kill? Penjahat going up to do all the damage that he can. But Fredo, where are you going? Penjahat is all alone. You should be helping him out. Penjahat doing his best to throw out all the cards and do all the damage. Porkchop could go down. No. Fredo, you've got to be careful. Don't be too greedy. But he does get the kill. Penjahat living up to his name, getting the kill and the redemption kill for Team SAIYAN.
The score is 1-1 at this point. The goal lead is still growing within the favor of Team SAIYAN here as well. They need to be able to secure their lanes and to secure out the amount of goal difference and bring it down. Looks like they will be starting out Turtle already just past the 2-minute mark. This is a good momentum build by Team SAIYAN here, and looks like there's no contest whatsoever. Irrital is just by the side with Grok as well. The ultimate has come down. It looks like they will not be able to steal. Turtle has been secured by Team SAIYAN here, and Yishushin's ultimate pushing through. The flicker does go away, but Irrital is being chased. Will she be able to be brought down? It looks like not quite just enough yet. The last hit does come through. Hilda brought down one, Hylos brought down the other. That's 3 kills to 1. And a very, very convincing 3,000 goal lead.
And it's definitely a very convincing goal lead, and that is just keys to victory for the side of SAIYAN, because they need to rush those objectives. They need to make sure that they aim the proper DPS members. Despite the fact that Irrital, yes, I do agree that Irrital has this really annoying ability of being able to attack while moving at the same time. And at the late game with more attack speed and more crit, you're just going to realize that that's just going to be more and more irritating to handle, and especially in those long, prolonged team fights. But when you stop it by just aiming her so early in the game, you deny her the goal, it's going to be a problem for her to actually scale.
I mean, and here we see that, oh, look at that, all the additional damage being brought down. Starting off by Harley there, then you just have Hilda that goes in, you know, wails on him with additional damage. The moment that the final tick comes through and a pop, that is yet another kill, and that means the bottom lane is struggling really heavily now. That's 2 kills already towards the bottom lane specifically.
Definitely the bottom lane is having a lot of problems, and they're just having a lot of problems with this matchup between Penjahat and Fredo. And you do see the damage that's coming down. You do see Penjahat throwing out as much damage as he can. The thing that's most important is Penjahat is able to throw out those damage without much counterplay. Let's go into the instant replay and check out this amazing play. There it is.
This is it. The ultimate goes down, and then Hilda just wails on it. We are seeing that Harley's not even close enough to do the additional damage. So just that Hilda damage being able to be brought through, amplified, and final bit at the end was enough to take it down.
And like I said beforehand, the thing about Fredo on Hilda is the fact that oh wow, go with the gush there.
Nice.
Oh, and looks like EQUALIZER trying to equalize it. That was a beautiful gush coming in from the top side of the side of Team SAIYAN. However, it could be a little bit too late as rushing into the top side. They are going to go for another turtle, and this is just going to exacerbate their amount of goal lead and experience. And look at that. With stellar rotations, we do see that Team SAIYAN is slowly outclassing members of EQUALIZER early on in the game.
Well, this is the 5,000 goal lead that's already happening here. The bottom lane is gone, the middle lane here as well. Nobody's coming in with response. It looks like EQUALIZER needs to play a lot of catch-up, but at the same time, the pace is just simply way too fast. It looks like the will attack will come through. Ooh, barely on the way there.
Oh, Rush. Rush in a bit of trouble, but we all have seen how Hayabusa works, right? There's so much mobility that Hayabusa has.
Look at that damage, just abusing the area in the map as well as the damage. We also have Penjaha that was right there next to him as well if he needed additional support. All three lanes being heavily controlled by them. In fact, the top tower now will go down as well. So all three lanes completely in control by them. The engage does come through.
Here it comes. There's going to be the fight. And we do see Penjahat, Hawkeye, and Fredo and Hawkeye now going to get counter-attacked by the side of EQUALIZER, but is not going to be to any avail as members of EQUALIZER are trying to catch members of Team SAIYAN out of position. However, Penjahat is already on the bot side, pushing out that turret. Irithel coming out to that bot side to try to get a little bit of counters, a little bit of defense.
Unfortunately, a little bit too late as well. Now we see Hilda back up top. The pressure does not relent. It's lane to lane action here. With Issei not letting down. This is only 6 minutes into the game, and already quite a steady 7,000 goal lead for them.
Well, this is definitely a very steady lead coming in from Team SAIYAN. They are very much. Oh my goodness, Rush! Wow, with a double kill without much punishment, and it's going to be another one. It's going to be another kill for the side of Team SAIYAN. EQUALIZER not equalizing, killing spree for Penjahat. There is just kills everywhere for the side of Team SAIYAN. EQUALIZER struggling, and it's going to be a mega kill. We have seen Team SAIYAN do this time and time again, but EQUALIZER getting outclassed at every turn.
I mean, this is a very strong showing, especially for the very first game coming out there. We're only at 7 minutes here, and they already have reached the base. It's open, it's completely available. The call for Lord has gone out, the pings are already there. It looks like we will get Lord started up as well as Harley going over there to secure his buff. For that final push, this looks like it's going to be a sub 10-minute game for them, completely in the wheelhouse of Team SAIYAN. EQUALIZER here, drowning at this point, just looking for their footing, being spotted out, being capitalized on both sides here, and look at the innings engage. The wall does come through, preventing that entryway over there. But unfortunately, back at mid lane, there is so much more additional pressure that's being placed on there. Lord has been summoned and will be moving throughout the lanes very shortly, as we see all 4 members there, with Yishushi pushing up at top for the additional bit of pressure. Diggy's ultimate already being used. Lord now is completely out. Will be pushing out the top lane as well. Yishushi cleaning up that last wave.
Doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good for the side of EQUALIZER. Now, the thing that makes Team SAIYAN's lead incredibly ahead is the fact that they were able to communicate the objectives really well.
Yes.
With the amount of rotations that they had in the early game and getting kills so early into the game, they're able to basically get that first turret advantage. As soon as you get that first turret advantage, you're able to roam. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a crazy engage right there. They are going to be aiming that middle turret, and it's going to be 3 turrets down with Lord pushing out over the top side. Is going to be the beginning of the end for the side of EQUALIZER. Will they be able to equalize this fight? It is yet to be seen. SAIYAN going Super SAIYAN mode. They have gone beyond 9,000. The gush is out. It's going to be the last stand onto the base, but it could be the inevitable as members of EQUALIZER are going down one by one with Team SAIYAN getting the victory.
Wow, wow, wow.
Triple the wow, triple the fight.
It is absolutely staggering. Look at that. We have a lovely KD of 9.1. Rush is right up there at the top of the tables with that Hayabusa 5-0 and 2. The amount of damage contribution towards the team relatively staggering. On the other side, we do see that Gord there as well with the MVP on the other side of the team with a lovely KDA of 6.4. Unfortunately, not quite being able to find their footing, though they did put up a few interesting defenses along the way there.